Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you so very much for watching, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing, pressing that red button down there. It really helps me out a lot and it's free. So everybody wins. Now on to today's topic. We're gonna take a look at this little beast. Now, I haven't seen anything on the internet about a full dashboard tour of the Goldwing. Now this is a 2006 Goldwing, so it's the GL1800, the previous generation, and it's actually, compared to other motorcycles, I'm kind of shocked at everything that it has. This is kind of the sitting position. This is what you see as a rider. And I want to go through all the buttons on the dash. So let's get into it because there are a lot of buttons. Now, the dashboard itself, we have a rev counter, a speedometer, a fuel gauge, and a water temperature gauge. Moving on down from that, we have a display here that's for navigation. Yes, this from 2006, it comes with navigation. Here we have a few controls for the display. Different displays, info, trip meter, and dimming the display. Moving on down, we have the ignition. Now here we have heated grips, different levels of heated grips. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 heated grip settings. Also, we have the heated seat. Again, we have 5 settings on the heated seat. Moving on down from that, we have the CB and the radio controls. Because if we look on the back, it has 2 antennas. One is for normal FM radio, the other is for CB. So what do we have here? We have switching audio for the radio, we have switching audio for the CB, we have an intercom, we have switching audio for the navigation. What is this switching audio? Now if you look, the Goldwing has speakers in the front and in the back for the passenger. The Goldwing also has this little connector, one for the rider, and here it is, one for the passenger. Now what I can do, you can get a Honda specific, a Goldwing specific intercom, and you can plug in here, and you no longer need to use the speakers. You can hear everything in your intercom. So you can hear your radio or your music, your CB. This is for talking with truck drivers, something like that, or your navigation or your intercom straight into your headset. It does have integrated intercom between the rider and the passenger if both of them are plugged in. Moving on down, these are the 6 preset channels for the radio. You can switch between FM and AM. I don't know what this one is, A select. We also have CD, wideband, auxiliary, a volume knob, and a mode knob to switch the modes. Moving on to the left side, to the left pod, we can adjust our headlights. So if we're loaded, we can lower our headlights. We have hazard lights, we have fog lights, and this is very interesting. This is the preload adjustment. Now this bike comes with an air compressor and an air ride suspension on the back. So you can raise it or lower it to adjust the preload, and also you have 2 memory settings. So if you're riding alone, you have setting 1, you can set a certain setting, and if you're riding with the missus and a lot of baggage, you have setting 2. Up here we have a little cubby hole the same cubby hole we have on the right side, but locked. And on the right side, we have controls for the navigation system. This is to navigate the screen when you're on the map. This is to go back, this is to show the map, this is to show the menu, and this is to zoom in and to zoom out. The fuel flap, this is where we fill it with fuel. And now let's go on the handlebars. Now on the left side of the handlebar, we have up here choosing our CB volume, our CB radio volume, our channel, and our squeal. This is, people that are into CB radios will know what this is about. This is a few adjustments to the CB radio. Now we have for the infotainment volume, we can also mute it. This is for muting. So this is volume, this is for tuning, this is volume, this is for tuning, and this is for muting the audio. This is for voice guidance, also to zoom in and out of the map, and also to push for voice guidance. This is the horn, this is the indicators, high and low beams, and also here we have for the CB radio, if you want to talk, you just press this, talk, and release it. Adjustable. We have adjustable levers, 5 settings. And now let's move to the right side. Let me just go around this beast. Again, adjustable levers, a kill switch with 2 kill positions. We have our cruise control, so you can turn it on and set it to accelerate, set it to decelerate, set the speed, and also resume. And here we have our engine start switch, and this is our reverse. Now the Goldwing has a sort of reverse gear. It uses the engine starter to reverse the bike. So if you want to reverse, you press this button in, and then you hold the on switch, and the bike will reverse. It will turn on the electric starter and it will reverse the bike. Throttle works as normal. Now moving on down for the rider, we have a vent like this on both sides to give you warm air to your knees. And we also have this flap down here that you can open in the infotainment, and it will give you warm air to your feet. This is the rider seat. We have a backrest that is collapsible with also a little pouch here. It is collapsible so the passenger can easily get into the passenger seat. So this is the rider seat. This is the passenger seat. The passenger has floorboards. And also, another thing the passenger has, besides floorboards, his own speakers, and intercom, he also has an individual heated seat that he can control himself. It has, I think, 5 settings. Let's see. Nah, I don't want to touch it anymore. So it has 5 settings for the passenger heated seat. And honestly, as a passenger on the Goldwing, it is kind of like an armchair. Also, grab handles for the passenger to hold on. In the back, we have, I would say top case, but it's more of a trunk. We have a rack so we can put more stuff, and we have 2 panniers, one on this side and one on the other side. As bikes go, this is absolutely massive. Here is the 6-cylinder boxer engine, 1.8 liters. I think it's around about 120, 130 horsepower, something like that. It's not a crazy powerful engine, but it is torquey. And that's what you need on a long trip. just torque to get you nice and easy down the road. It comes with a center stand, as you can see, and also a side stand. The passenger floorboards, you can pack them up if you don't have a passenger. Also integrated crash bars, one in the front and one in the back. And that's kind of it for a small tour of the Goldwing. Now, as far as I know, the fuel tank, you fill it up through here, but the fuel tank is somewhere here in the middle. And from the front, that's the normal face of a Goldwing, with the fog lights, with the indicators, with the high and low beams. And this is usually what the rider sees. So a lot of buttons and a lot of things to do while you ride and keep you entertained on those long journeys. This is a bike for covering thousands of kilometers, not short trips around the city. And in terms of size, we have here a Symphony. Let me see if I can get the scale. The Sim looks like a toy next to the Goldwing. Kind of like this. So you have a small city scooter and a Goldwing. The Goldwing weighs about 3 times more than this does. So that has been it for a short little tour of the dashboard of the Goldwing. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Check out all of my other videos. And until next time, take care out there and ride safe. Goodbye.